Good morning. Well, it's actually afternoon here, but Buju, how you doing? Um, Usually when I get nervous and my heart starts beating kind of hard, I feel like okay, that's it. That's the nervousness or that's the thing that I'm trying to guard. So it must be the thing that I need to say. So I've had a lot of things roll around in my head today, and there's just the thing that was gonna do earlier was I have a photo of me in middle school, and I got the helmet, haircut, and you know the big old glasses, and my glasses were really thick, and I got had my teeth straightened, but I let that go. So I'm like, I don't even look like that person, like who is that? But I didn't find that photo. But what I did find was something that was, I don't know, like I was like, whoa. I didn't realize how long I've been working at this. So I'll share that just in case like you're busy and you wanna scrape. I found an old moleskin. I think my wife gave it to me, but I wrote down a bunch of quotes in it that I find very relevant. I imagine this is probably 15 years old at least, and I've kind of misplaced it. But here are some things that I wrote down. Be a little easier if I could actually see what I was reading. If you only do what you can, you'll never be more than you are. Master Sifu. No one cares. Work harder. Buck Doyle. If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Marcus Aurelius. Want to have an impact? Find your broom. Hustle like you're ugly. Jamie Foxx. As soon as you start to pursue a dream, your life wakes up and everything has meaning. Barbara Sure? Sure. A goal without a plan is just a dream. I am the only problem I'll ever have, and I am the solution. What makes you comfortable can ruin you. What makes you uncomfortable is the only way to grow. Um, I wrote something in Spanish, but I'm not. Para el bien de todos. Adapt what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. Bruce Lee. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find meaning in the suffering. Nietzsche. Tomorrow, I might want to die. Today, I want to live. Mike Tyson. Nothing is sacred but the integrity of your own mind. Ralph Waldo Emerson. There is a false saying, How can someone who can't save himself save others? Supposing I have the key to your chains, why should your lock and my lock be the same? Nietzsche. Booze can't block dunks. If you don't pay the price for success, you'll pay the price for failure. Zig Ziglar. So a little bit of a long one, so hang in there. If now you If now you neglect things and are lazy and always making delay after delay and set one day after another as the day for paying attention to yourself, then without realizing it, you will make no progress but will end up a non-philosopher all through life and death. So decide now that you are worthy of living as a full-grown man who is making progress, and make everything that seems best to be law and that you cannot go against. And if met with any hardship or anything pleasant or reputable or reputable, then remember that the contest is now and you cannot put things off anymore, and that your progress is made or destroyed by a single day and a single action. Epictetus. Light switch for fan. Oh. Uh, this might be me. I don't know. As I think about writing down my goals, idea of putting pen to pad, filling back up these ditches, cover up the holes, making it real as I've ever had. I don't know. Sometimes you lose a few battles on your way to winning the war. I'm strong enough to do everything that I need to. Today I'm going to, today I'm going, Today I'm doing what I need to do. Growth is out of the edge. I have to push to get there. Extend myself. Push. This is where I get to use my anger. It's fuel for the fire. I ask for guidance in my goals. So I must have written that like 17 years ago. An ongoing actualization of potentials, capacities, and talents as fulfillment of a mission, as a fuller knowledge of and acceptance of the person's own instinct, nature, and an unceasing trend towards unity. Abraham Maslow. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most... Sorry, let me start again. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way to know The best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. Steve Jobs. The service you do for others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. Muhammad Ali. Do you have the chills? I have the chills. Oh, shit. I wrote prophetic or profane, living life less mundane, joyful in the day. Every second marking time, order to forward march, keeping it in line, driving on until I hear new commands, adapt and overcome these few demands. You will always find evidence for what you choose to believe. Remember where people are in their journey. Stories connected to personal history by Sid Beef. I want to read Soul of an Indian by Charles Eastman. And then some license plate numbers of cars that I've sold. I was like blown away to find that. Like, for real. Like, I forgot all about that stuff. It really makes me wonder what I burnt up in my journal. Like, but I'm here now. Like, I made it. Like, I set out these goals a long time ago and I find myself here. And there's just so much that I want to do with my life. My life. I was telling my wife today, like, man, even if I just bit the dust today, like, I would feel like it was all worth it. Like, everything I've been through in my life. And I don't look like I've been through anything. I probably just look like some guy, whatever. But I've experienced some things, and I'm still here. I'm still here. Like, whatever was watching out for me, they made sure I made it through, and that I made it to this point in my life that I could actually be okay with myself. I sat in a lot of rooms and listened to a lot of stories and repeated my story over and over, looking for some type of relief. And it just, I don't know, I just didn't find it there. You know, I try to find it everywhere. You know, I've worn a lot of hats. I've been, you know, one of the hats I was gonna put on was my Twins hat. I was a fanatic. I like was really enjoyed sports. You know, I didn't play sports because I was not athletic as a teenager, and you know, I didn't have any self confidence. But just the game of baseball is something that I really fell in love with, and I was thinking today about like all my experiences watching baseball and why I loved it. And I'm not a statistic guy, so I don't memorize all that stuff. But I remember the players and their stories, and that's what I like. I really enjoyed like seeing the hero come up to bat and everyone getting excited, like thinking like he's gonna be the one. He's gonna pull it off for us, and generally that didn't happen. But the other things I remember about baseball is just like seeing the guy who comes up to bat who's been in a slump, and how everyone's like, oh man, he hasn't been doing too hot. You know, let's cheer him on. Everyone, come on. This is it. This is the one. You know, you're gonna break it. You're gonna get on base. You're gonna do something. You know, and everyone's just like, you know, oh, he didn't do it. But the next time around, it's this is it. This time he's gonna do it. And even in blowout games where like just hanging on to the dream that he could come back, you know, that you can hit that grand slam. And I've been to the games where they hit the grand slam and came back. So like, it's possible. It's possible. So I'm hanging my hat on it's possible. You know, until I'm proven wrong, it's possible. It's possible for me. It's possible for you. You know, I feel like I've achieved my dreams already, and everything is gonna be just an addition on top of that. I want to do like cartwheels and flips and you know do a whole Jerry Maguire thing, or I have an image of half baked when what's his face quit his job. I know what you're all thinking. Everyone thinks I'm gonna flip out. I'm not. You know, I think I have this pretty contained. You know, it feels like I'm sitting in the eye of the storm. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm sitting in the eye of the storm, and I really want to piss in the wind. Because there's so much bullshit out there, man. If anybody out there that you're following or listening to is making you feel like you're not enough and that you got to do something to feel okay about yourself, if they're profiting off of your pain, that's no bueno. Something's different, man. It just feels different. And if you're out there like slanging fear for money, you gotta stop that. You know, there's so many people out there that are saying they're invoking the name of so and so and they're speaking on behalf of them, and they're trying to scare people and tell them that they need to send money and all that stuff, man. That's like some Jim Baker type shit, you know. I just keep looking at this, man, and building on people's inadequacies, poking at people's weaknesses to like get them to fork over money. Like, clutching your pearls. You know, like for a long time I worried about like how I came across, if I was too scary or what have you. I don't care anymore. That's your problem. If you can't see me as me, I just watched a video of a music video or a song I really enjoyed as a kid, like Mr. Wendell. I'm Mr. Wendell. If you made it this far into the video, thank you. It's a woodpecker. Stop giving your power away. There's so many people that have bookshelves full of plaques and degrees and who know theoretically how it works on paper but never has never been on the street, you know. There's so many people building like whole careers based off of other people's lives, other people's stories. know sales and marketing. You know, like I completely understand like all this stuff. Mm. Wow, the editing is strong right now. Like I think maybe I'll come back to this.